Let's go to Tim Blair now from the Daily Telegraph, joining us from the Wimmera in Victoria. Tim, good to talk to you. I just wanted to get your assessment first up about Albo. I've talked about his weaknesses. You and I have chatted on air about his mistakes and weaknesses for a long while. The polls are really terrible for him at the moment because they're all trending in the wrong direction. He seems to be floundering. He seems to just... I would say that the biggest word for me with Albo is just weakness. I can't think of one issue, one idea where he's actually shown strength and leadership.
Absolutely. He's not even losing properly in the Labor tradition. People are making comparisons with Whitlam a lot these days on the right-hand side of politics and saying, he's as bad as Whitlam. But it's a different quality of bad. At least Whitlam lost spectacularly with some majesty, some sort of level of gravitas. But Albo just loses. He loses small. He even lost a cricket game today, for God's sake, in the backyard at Kirribilli House.
Actually, I think we've got vision of that. Here we go.
Please, let's have a look at it. Yes, let's have a look at that debacle of a batting grip that he's got. I think he was joined by Ray Gunn. Look at that. Come on. That was an edge, by the way. There's Ray Gunn, who is to rap dancing as Albo is to cricket, evidently. Toto, 12th man as usual, just not getting a shot. Look at that grip. Seriously, I haven't seen that since there was a great Pakistani batsman in the mid-70s who could make that work, but no one else. And are they wearing MAGA hats, by the way?
Yeah, from a distance they look like MAGA hats. Unfortunately not. But yeah, Ray Gunn was there, so that's not a good omen. But just going back to this point, that's a brilliant insight, winning small, because I mentioned at the top, no government has increased spending by as much as this government since Whitlam. But Whitlam had grand plans. Some of them were disastrous, but some are judged by history to have been very historically good things to do, like recognising China, for instance, and the like. But Albo's done nothing. As you say, all this spending for no good, all of this political pain for no achievement.
And the one thing he's going to have going for him, though, in the election, and it's the weight of history. We haven't voted out a first-term, full-term government in a long time, since 90-odd years ago. As John Howard always used to point out, they even re-elected Whitlam. That's how forgiving Australian publics are. They'll give a dud government another go. If that has changed, and we've seen a lot of changes lately in the way politics is structured here with, our revolving door prime ministerial policy, if that has changed, Albo's going to be the first to know, isn't he?
I think it's changed already. I think effectively Tony Abbott won in 2010, and it's only Windsor and Oakshott going against their electorates that meant it didn't happen. But we will see. Just on matters vehicular, the V8s are coming back. EV sales are going down, so some of the manufacturers are thinking it's time to bring back V8s. Isn't that a turnaround?
In my world, Chris, they never left. There's some great bargains, by the way. If people want to snap up old V8s, just go scoping out your car sales or other online sites. Type in V8 as your search and go low to high, and you'll find some real ripper deals. The great thing about V8s, they last a long time. You don't have to recharge them with batteries that kill long-term EV use as well. So.
Some of the EV users are so embarrassed about the EVs these days that they're labelling. There's a Cybertrucks with Toyota badge across the back, and Teslas dressed up as Mazdas. I think we've got some pictures of them here. So I don't know what it says about your car choice when you have to hide it.
Well, this is a left-on-left war, isn't it? The people who generally bought Teslas were kind of, rich lefties, and now they're being attacked by people who are, again, from the left, who despise Teslas because of, obviously, the ownership, Elon Musk. But this is reminiscent of what a lot of wealthy Europeans did in the 70s. They would take the badges off their fancy BMWs and Mercedes-Benz so they wouldn't become the targets of kidnapping. So, we don't want to see things go quite that far. In fact, any kind of vandalism or car attacks are regrettable. And as usual, lefties just go the violent way straight away, don't they?
Indeed. Look, talking about lefties, I want to show you one very sad young lefty. That is Greta Thunberg, who used to campaign about the climate. Now she's out there the whole time against Israel. Have a look.
We are here to demand that Maersk must stop all the transportation of weapons and weapon components to Israel. They must terminate all contracts and investment that support the genocide and occupation of Palestine. And Denmark must implement a full military embargo on Israel.
You know, I can't be flippant about this, Tim. It just breaks my heart to see someone like that and to think about of all the horrors that would operate under Islamist Hamas rule in Gaza, the life she would have or what she'd be subjected to, yet she gives these people her support.
You're exactly right. Following the murders of infants, you know, the brutal murder of 3-year-old and 1-year-old children that we've become aware of in the last few days, a lot of people, myself included, have moved on from supporting, you know, at least in passing, we've generally indicated we like the idea of a two-state solution. Well, I kind of like the idea of a two-state solution even more now, but it's one big state of Israel and a smaller state of Israel next to it. That, for me, right now, is a two-state solution we can go with.
Yeah, just frightening, isn't it, that young people like that can be so deliberately ignorant. Thanks for joining us, Tim. We'll catch up with you later in the week.